Hey guys, I want to talk about a interesting thing happening in SVXY, and it kind of occurred. I guess you'd say Thursday was a strange day, and I'll show you what I'm getting at here. And this, we'll see if this plays out. And what I'm speculating might occur is a big move up in SVXY. Hard to believe from this area here. A strong move, not parabolic, but I'll show you what I'm looking at, and it's something unique that I haven't seen in SVXY in obviously a while. And I'll get into it here, but we've been using this channel line here for a while in our trades on SVXY. This is our most important line. You can see as I follow along here, and that's the line that usually preceded any changes in direction to the upside or the downside, depending on how we pivoted along there. And these are the buys we were buying in here. Anytime we touched or broke through there, we would either go long UVXY or buy SVXY. These are great intraday trades, and this has kind of been our lower end of the upper channel. This is our lower end of the channel as well within the larger macro channel here. And you can see the unique change that happened back on August 10th, I believe it was, August 9th. We broke that line for the first time in quite a while. And we can run a 2-year chart on this and I can show you, but just for the sake of this video here and what I'm looking at specifically, I'm going to show you the line break here. This is the first time that we changed that we'd gone out of this pivot line other than 1 or 2 days, and we always use time in our trades on SVXY. We don't use stops unless they stay under for 3 days. 3 is our number. Same thing with overbought conditions. You can see the overbought line here, and every time we did get an overbought or hit the top channel, that did precede a sharp move to the bottom channel at one point. So you can see the touch and then the touch on the lower channel. 2 days under, didn't shake you, and then you got back in. 1 day under, didn't shake you. And here's another overbought condition, touch on the lower channel line. Every time we've hit that lower or the upper in overbought condition or the upper line, it's proceeded to move down to a retouch on the lower trend line. Here's the touch there on the top, touch on the bottom, touch on the top, and then we had a tail through here. And you can see how we kind of waved in between these for quite a while. This one definitely broke the structure of the trend. And you can see how when we did break through significantly, and you have 1, 2, 3 closes under, when you get back up, where do you end up at? Right there is resistance, the lower trend line of the upper channel. I guess you should say the lower channel, but you get what I'm saying. I don't want to be confusing everybody. So the failure there, and it took so long for this to be repaired. You can see from early on in September, or I'm sorry, August 9th, August 10th, all the way back until August 20th or September 29th, we didn't get back up into that main channel. It took that long to repair that technical damage. And you can see this move down actually changed the configuration and the trajectory on SVXY, and it kind of made it this kind of a direction here. Remember, we're taking out our 2 and 3 day outliers, so we don't want to run our channel lines along there. Kind of went like this, and that's not the best line that I can draw, but this should have been the new channel line. If the market was starting to weaken, this would have been a continuation move along here, lower and lower. The thing is, once we gravitated back and forth here and we started to build up power, and the market obviously gained strength and SPY because they do obviously work in correlation, we broke through that, and then we went back and attacked the old channel. It took us a while to get back in, but once we got back in, we're back off to the races again. Same formation, same configuration, same pattern. So we do think this point right here is significant from a pivot perspective and a momentum perspective because we want to keep out the 3 day outliers. That being said, if we do that, we run it kind of along this line right here where we had a battle on momentum, and now we're back up in that line right there. So what I'm getting at, to get to my point, is that every time we've touched the top and we got to the overbought, or we held at the top too, for a while and we're not able to break through, we had a sharp move to the downside. Here's a top move, couple bumps, overbought, big move down. Attack, 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 fail, we don't get through. Big move down. Overbought channel, big move down. The problem is this pullback did not come down and touch the lower channel. Lower channel. We kind of had this big drop. We pulled back and we touched the momentum channel, and now we've pushed through and actually gapped away from the upper channel. This is the furthest we've been from the upper channel line. So I do think this is significant. What I'm looking at here is possibly the pivot point here is going to become the lower parallel line, which will change the trajectory on SVXY. So if we moved it across here, and this may not be perfect, the trajectory may change the channel line more at a level like this to create your parallel line. which means we're going to start pushing into the 120s, 122, 123. Who knows where this could go here. A couple other things I'm looking at too is the MACD. And just bear with me here because I'm going to spread this out so you can get a good look at the MACD. And these are little simple Mickey Mouse charts on Trade Architect. But here's your channel change here. And usually when we come into the overbought conditions, we start to create like a rolling effect on the MACD. Here's a top peak here, and you kind of roll over and then you get a bearish cross. Here's a rolling top. You get a bearish cross on this pullback, this pullback, this pullback from the top. Now this pullback, you do have a rolling effect here, but at a lower level. So you have some divergence. The problem is here, coming into the next top level, you're getting a bullish cross to the upside instead of a bearish cross to the downside. So this could precede a big powerful move here, and it just could be a kind of a parabolic complacency move. Just kind of figure it like Bitcoin. You know, the market feels bulletproof here, and you could actually have a substantial move in SVXY here. I don't know that it happens on a daily perspective. If you look at it, it may not be numerically a 2 or 3 or 4 point move per day, but it could lead to a lot of wiggle room to the upside. You know, mid 120s, 130. It's hard to say, but we certainly wouldn't want to be in UVXY here as a hold. And this seems to be like a unique pattern here. We'll see if this really plays out. I may be wrong, but these are some unique patterns here. Just as this trajectory started to change the lower channel direction and it took a while to repair it, we're almost getting the opposite effect here. We're getting the trajectory change on the upper channel. So we could see a move here that's a little bit unexpected and a powerful move. I'm not saying, like I said, it's going to be numerically high per day, but it could be a strong continuation trend without a lot of let up.